So, without further me talking, here is the man of the hour. He's not dead yet. It's Tim Kelly! Okay, now, I'm going to do a little welcome, but I'm going to do it in poetic form, okay? And this poem is called Not Dead Yet, and it's been specially written for this occasion.
Is this part of the poem? What are you doing now?
No! This is the introduction! I've got such a thick audience, what can I do? Please hold your questions till the end. So please lend me your ears and silence your voices. And this poem contains my reflections on the last 18 months, much of which I spent in and out of hospital. I see they've got the lights on me. Is this for the benefit of the camera? And this is the reason why we're having this party tonight. Not the poem. That's not the reason we're having the party. No, it's the reason we're having the party is because I am not, like you, dead yet. Okay, so it might take a few minutes, so be indulgent. Okay. Must I go to hospital? It's just a sore throat. The doctor smiled a little as I buttoned up my coat and said, polite but imperious, there's probably nothing wrong, it's just to rule out anything serious. So off I went to get my endoscopy, all smiles and jokes as the nurse tossed to me a bottle of banana-flavoured throat spray. Take that, spray twice. It's rather nice. Then she stuck a camera down my throat and biopsy scissors while a man took notes and the doctor stared at the monitor, cut there and there and there and there. And whilst conducting his medical orchestra, his back was all that I could see as he did his work inside of me. When done, he asked, what have you seen? Did you see those white things on the screen? Nope, your back was in the way. Oh, may I ask how you'd like it? Like what? To know what I've seen there upon the screen. Yes, that's what I came for. But how much would you like to know? Doctor, is there a problem? Give it to me straight, I'll take it like a man. Well, we won't know for sure until the biopsy, and the graph's a little turvy-topsy, but I know my job, as do the lot of us. Malignant tumours of the esophagus. And being both stupid and a chancer, I asked, what's that there? He said, cancer. The dirty C word. The dirty, dirty C word. The average time to death from diagnosis is 18 months, my grim prognosis. But don't worry, Mr. Kelly, please calm your fears. You've got a 1 in 5 chance of lasting 5 years. Chin up, he said, though mine was stuck to the floor and I couldn't get my chin up anymore, for below me a collapsing cliff edge had unfurled and I watched stupefied the bottom drop out of my world. The doctor stepped forward and shook my hand, a weak, limp shake, cold and damp, with sorry eyes averted and hung down head. Goodbye, he whispered, as though I were already dead. It goes on.
Oh my God, does he survive?
I left the bed, I left the room in shock to contemplate my doom. My goose is cooked, my chips are fried. A curse has come upon me, cried the albatross stuck in my throat. Yes, my goose is well and truly cooked. In other words, I'm fucked. So I wandered through the city streets, stared at everyone I'd meet. The banker, Clark, the sandwich maker, butcher, busker, Greg the baker, the drunkard with his clothes in rags, posh ladies with designer bags, a lover stroking his lover's face, men and women of every race, teenage boys, all fucks and curses, smirking girls, all universes compressed, compact before my eyes, and all alive, 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 joking, laughing, loving, talking, and I a ghost, a dead man walking. Till I came across the Russian beggar, who'd been living there above the steps, despite the weather, a homeless man in ragged clothes. "Spare some change, sir." I grabbed his nose. "Tolstoy, you bastard, you lucky bum. Give us your vodka and pass the rum. You might be sleeping out here today, but you can just get up and walk away." "Me, lucky?" he said through matted hair. "Don't you live just over there, that big warm flat across the way?" "Me? I'd swap places with you today." "I see," he said, and passed the weed. Do you know how much land a man really needs?" "No," I said. So he bade me come to a far-off place beyond the sun, deep and dark with thunder, lightning. "Tolstoy," I whispered, "it's getting frightening." "Shh," he said, and took my hand. "I'll tell you just how much land a man needs to be set free." There was my grave, 6 foot by 3. So, back to hospital I go. The medics have me in their clutches. I'm just pointing that down because he's a doctor here. Nurses, doctors, surgeons, such is my fate for my time that's fleeting. And first of all, the oncologist meeting. Now, that's a chemotherapist to me or you. Doctor toxic, if we tell truth. For despite his white coat and sturdy frame, Chemo the rapist is a more apt name. "So, treatment time," the oncologist said, after he'd examined me on the bed. "You're not too old, your heart is strong, a full dose for you 3 months long, to kill all carcinogenic mutation and prepare you for the operation." "Would there," I ventured, "be any side effects to your prescription?" "Oh, I'll give you a full description," he said, rubbing his hands with glee. "Nurse, bring the consent form and a cup of tea." So, pen and consent form on the desk, he sipped his tea and took a deep breath. Where should I begin? Dry mouth, cracked lips, split nails, cracked skin, your hair falls out, your veins will harden, you might go deaf. I said, "Pardon?" He didn't appreciate the joke, the interruption while he spoke, though the nurse in the background giggled. His eyes narrowed and his thumbs he wiggled. "Deaf and blind," he carried on with his chemotherapy song. "Anemia, lethargy, constipation, sweats, cramps and palpitations, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, tinnitus, that's ringing in the ear, bleeding, bruising, immune collapse, impotence, infertility." "Short term," I asked. "Oh, permanent loss of ability." And just to emphasise the point, he bent his finger at the joint. "But don't worry, we've got a nice sperm bank. You fill up the vials with first class..." The nurse coughed politely, being polite. The doctor grunted and uttered, "Right. Redness, rashes, though you might get paler. Full kidney, liver and heart failure. In other words, we pour it in, it kills the cancer and everything else it meets, from your nose to your toes and your feet. By the time we're done with you, my son, you'll be crying for your mum." "Is that all?" I asked, ironic, fishing for a softening tonic. In your case, no. And I must stress, there always is the chance of death. So, I hope I've made that clear. Consent form, pen, just sign here. Oh, and if your heart stops, give us a call. Here's my number. I think that's all. Now, I'll skip the months of sweating, moaning, migraine, shakes, puking, groaning. So it's hospital to bite the bullet, and the surgeon cuts out my gullet, chucks my esophagus in the bin, and pulls my stomach up to my chin. Connects my stomach to my throat to keep me bodily afloat. Time in hospital was not much fun, but that's another story, and not a pretty one. So I'll leave that for another day, and despite the horror, all I will say is thank God for the NHS. No, thank the people. I'd better stress our grandmothers and grandfathers who, and the Labour Party and unions too, the good people who with every breath fought for and made the NHS. Our grandparents who were very wise to give their grandchildren this prize. But with that thought my mind sours. What in hell will we leave ours? But on to the last stage of my cure. Chemotherapy, just a little more, Dr. Toxic coaxed. No, I'm just too weak. I'm barely standing on my feet. You were fine last time, you'll be fine again. So I took the last dose into my veins. Epirubicin, cisplatin, and Exceloda, better known as ECX. Sounds like a dyslexic substitute for sex. For like a demented love fever, it drips slowly into your arteries and rips all life apart. You're in its thrall. Cisplatin, most aptly named of all, ensuring you splat all you consume in every corner of the room. So I lay in bed, I puked, I moaned, I lost precisely 1 whole stone in just 1 week of ECX. It really isn't much like sex. And when I finally raised my head and yanked my sorry ass off my bed, I went to see the oncologist. Doctor, I said, I'm no biologist, but your cure is killing me. I've had such misery and pain, I'd rather die than take that stuff again. Goodbye, I uttered, put on my hat, walked out and said, that's that. So if ever this cancer thing comes back, I'll ask for morphine, get my bags packed, move to warmer climes, smile at the sun, walk into the sea, morphine inside, and then be done. So remember my 18 months to live prognosis? When I was given my diagnosis? Well, tonight is 18 months on, bar a day. If we make midnight, I'd like to think I'm here to stay. Though I suppose that's not very clever. We cheat death once, but not forever. Even the lucky black cat has only 7 before it heads to pussy heaven. And like me, to eternal death, each one of you is headed. So if to wild dreams you are wedded, don't waste time, procrastinate, and then find out it's just too late. Too late for you and 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 me. Tolstoy now lies in his 6 foot by 3. So whilst we wander here on earth, flowers in the desert, a momentary birth, a blink in universal time alive, blood pulsing, joy still in our eyes, with life and love and hope and dreams, my guests, my friends, my fellow human beings. Write this in the eternal book. Whilst you can, play, sing, love and fuck. For here we stand, still hale and hearty. So welcome to my not dead yet party. Thank you.
So who thinks they can beat that?